Começamos mais um PodhBe e se você não está inscrito nesse canal, já vamos se inscrever nesse canal. Estamos em todas as redes sociais. Já agradeço a todos que estão aqui, todos, todas e todas, né, nesse canal aqui que já está bombando aqui. Espero que vocês nos ajudem mais e mais. Bom, today, guys, the podcast is going to be in English, okay? But YouTube will offer for you subtitles in Portuguese and other language. So go to the settings, captions, and then it provides for you anytime, okay? So today the podcast is very, very special. My guest, he's from Brazil. He's from South. He's actor, he's singer, and nowadays, now in September 10th, you're gonna happen in here the party Pride, Latin Pride. So my guest is Loro Bardot. Welcome. Hey. 1 second. 600 times. You have so much claps. You're gonna see in the video. You have so much claps like it's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I know. Yeah, no, it's amazing. But anyway, it's like takes so much time to finish, but it's already finished. Welcome to PodhBe. Yeah, and thanks so much for accepting my invitation.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
No, that's fine. So, Loro, people need to understand, people need to know you better. So, you're from Brazil, of course. Yes, you're my people. Okay, guys, sorry. That's the reason you're so gorgeous. But introduce yourself. So where are you from? How did you start to sing? Before you go to the Premier Latin Pride, all this story, you need to people know you get better.
Background.
Yeah, okay. Background.
Well, I am from Londrina,
You're
Paraná.
From Londrina, yes.
Yeah. But I was raised in São Paulo. So I'm a city of stone kind of person. We will say garoto de apartamento.
Yeah, it's apartment people. Yeah, I know the feeling, but it's very São Paulo thing.
Yeah.
In big cities, you live in the apartment in São Paulo because you don't have space for people anymore.
Yeah. São Paulo is just similar to Sydney. So we are really crowded. That's why we have the most artistic, not the most in Brazil, of course, but the economic artistic scene is in São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro. Yeah. So I'm from São Paulo, and I grew up with my family, father and mother. They are also actors. Mm-hmm. My mother ran. I think my mother was here.
No, she wasn't here in Australia. Yeah, it's another podcast aqui na Austrália.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Not yet.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine. But look, she will come one day.
Yeah, you have to bring her. She has a lot of things to say.
I know this story.
Spoilers. My mom ran with the circus when she was 16. And my father was a living statue in Spain. And they both met each other. In theater. So I grew up in the backstage, always watching plays, always in the theater. So there's no other way. I could not run from this path. Like that's it. So I grew up in acting. So I'm an actor nowadays. I have a bachelor in drama, and came back. I think I'm here for 5 months now. 5 months.
Yeah. How do you think about Perth now? 5 months after, because when you come, it's like, oh, that's beautiful. That is not fresh in the streets. It's very safe. Cars. Oh my God, so fancy.
Yeah, that was a shock, because you come from São Paulo and then you're like in here. The city is still pretty. The city is still beautiful. The city is still welcoming.
Yeah.
I like people here. I like the city. But
São Paulo.
Yeah.
São Paulo here.
No, here.
Okay.
I like here. But I still miss the crowd. I still miss the parties, the people. Every time you get out, you meet a new face in São Paulo. So here you kind of get like you were saying, like you kind of get used to it with time. So I think it's not for me still, but I think with time I'm gonna have to go to another place as well to move.
It's just check around, you know.
Yeah,
it's a
go to
beautiful
Melbourne,
place.
go to Sydney as well.
Yeah, I know the feeling. So, so why did you move here? I know your parents here, but did you like to move here, or just said, yeah, it's better for you, you need to come?
Well, I think I have this privilege of going to make an how do you say intercambio?
Intercambio is no, intercambio.
Yeah,
Jesus,
I forgot.
I forgot intercambio. Guys, intercambio. 1 second, my assistente is not there. Let me see, intercambio. Intercambio. Guys, exchange. No,
Yeah,
student exchange.
yeah, like to make an exchange, I can fly over here and live here for a few months. I think it's very important artistically for and personally to know other cultures and to know new people and have new experiences. I think it's important to do that, especially when you're young like me. Like I came here, I was 24 this year, the beginning of this year. Now I'm 25, and I think it's the best time for me to do an exchange. I already graduated. I already did a few works, right? A few jobs. So now it's time for me to understand a little bit about myself and then go to the next to the next level of my life, and then just keep going, you know.
Yeah, so you did a bachelor in Brazil for arts or singer?
Yeah, drama.
Drama,
Yeah.
so an actor thing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very popular in Brazil because it's our country, guys. Many of you watching, but our country is famous by soap operas, and now it's getting good by movies. But before, it's just soap opera. People getting so much in soap opera.
And also TV series.
Yes. Yeah, but it's
Nowadays.
Nowadays TV series is getting good. Yeah, there are lots of series in Brazil. They are Brazilians, and now they come on Netflix and Amazon Prime as well. It's getting good. But yeah, and so it's famous about that in Brazil. It is amazing. Let's talk about something about your history about art. So why did you start to sing?
Oh, well, my father is a singer.
He's a singer as
yes,
well.
he's an actor and a singer, and my mother is like more of a dancer, circus, and an actress. Because when you're an actor, it's really uncommon that you just act. You act and you do another thing as well. Or either you sing, you play some instrument, you write, you direct, you do an acting and another thing. And my parents, they both have either the body or the voice. And my father didn't used to sing to me that much. My mother used to sing to me as much. So when she sang, even though she sang badly, that was love in it, you know? And we sung together in car trips, and that made me feel really warm and really comfortable. And I think, now thinking about it, I feel like I'm doing therapy.
Yeah.
Thinking about this now, I think when we're traveling by car, singing, because, well, I'm from Londrina, she's from Londrina, so we used to travel a lot to Londrina by car. It's 8 hours in car, right? So during these 8 hours, me and her, we would sing and sing and sing and sing since I was 2 years old, 3 years old. So this is a very warm thing for me, singing in a car with my mother. And well, later when I developed this skill in singing, my father came along, and he was technical about it, and he helped me develop even more. But the starting point of me wanting to sing was singing in the car with my mother.
That's a good thing, yeah? It's a good memories. I don't have like this memory singing because I'm a good singer, but I have a memories dancing. I always like to dance, like when I was kid, like Shusha thing. Shusha is a artist in our country, and she sings and she dances. What's that?
Is the queen of the kids.
The queen and the kids. Yeah, that's crazy. And then after that, so do you okay, you inspiring your it seems like you inspiring your parents, they always motivate you to sing. But nowadays, do you have some favorite singer that you feel like motivated to sing and say like one day I would want to perform or want to be like her or him?
Yeah. Well, growing up, my favorite singer in the world was Ella Fitzgerald, which is a jazz singer. And nowadays, I really, really love Brittany Howard. She is a singer of the band Alabama Shakes. And now she has a solo career. She's a Grammy Award. Alabama Shakes has Grammy Awards as well. Everything she touches turns into gold. I don't know. I love her. I love her so much.
Beautiful. And you said who inspire you. What do you think about music here versus Brazil? It's a lot of change because no, I know you're laughing, but look, we have so much riffings in Brazil. If you go in the south, you go to the north, you go in the middle west, and all the riffings are different. So what about here? So what do you think is like all this? It's not the same. You still have here. You have rock. They sing rock. Have metal. They have funk music, but the funk music is like more jazz.
Yeah.
Like something like an instrument.
Yeah.
They have country music.
Yeah.
And they have pop music.
Well, I think...
Electro music as well. Yeah, it's electro pop. Music,
Well, I think I really like the famous Australian bands that came from here, like Tame Impala, AC/DC. They are really talented. And here in Perth, you have so much talented musicians as well. I got the honor to play with them and Ellington Jazz as well. But I think I'm not ready to talk deeply about this because I've only been here for 5 months. I think maybe the radio needs a little bit of
these guys come through the radio.
Yeah, the radio. Yeah, exactly. Like the radio plays only 80s music. They are already famous. Like give the opportunity to people that are rising right now. Mm-hmm. This is what I think. People here tend to be stuck in the past in the media, traditional media, like all medias. But like in Brazil right now, if you turned the TV on or if you turn the radio on, you're gonna hear a lot of new musicians and new singers and composers, which I find that awesome. But here, when you turn the radio, you only listen either to famous pop United States singers that are trending right now, or old ones, like really old ones. And I think they should let new musicians take stage.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, because it's a cycle. I think the new guys coming up, it's very common worldwide. People from very traditional music, they come with the trained people or the new guys to just bring more public and audience for them than music.
Yeah.
It helps it helps here as well. What instruments do you play?
Well,
or do you play the instruments? I saw you playing guitar.
Yeah, my first instrument is piano.
Piano? Did you graduate for that or just learn by yourself?
Yeah, I'm self-taught in piano. I started playing when I was 8. It's a really funny story because I had like this really old piano, Casio.
Casio, yeah. My brother used to have this one.
Yeah, really old that you do sounds in it, you know?
Yes.
And then, well, I was 8, so I did whatever I wanted with that piano. I was bored at home. The internet was not popular, especially for lower middle class. So I had an old book, an 80s book in English, teaching how to play some notes. And then I didn't know how to read in English. I barely didn't know how to read and write properly. It took me a long time to speak, to read, to write. I was really slow in this, but I was always so curious. So then I picked a dictionary, and then I translated the book from English to Portuguese, so I could understand the notes. And then I take this colorful glue and wrote the letters in the keys. Mm-hmm. And then I started playing like a few notes, a few things. I didn't understand quite. I was not a good player. But when you start to speak, you do like blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
That was me playing piano. Blah 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 blah. You know. And then, after a few hits, you started making sentences. Yeah. So I started to make dun dun dun. Oh, this is so nice. And then, after a few years, I was playing a few songs, self-taught, by ear. It was not good still. You know, like when kids make sentences, sometimes they make no sense. Right. Right? So then, baby steps, I discovered YouTube. And I already knew the notes in English. So I was like, okay, I think I can do that. And then I started to copy the guy that was playing on YouTube. So I'm self-taught, and I can play by listening and seeing what was going on. But I didn't know any scales. I didn't know like that technicalities, you know. I knew the basics, but I was really, really passionate about it. So I started when I was 13, I already played Bohemian Rhapsody in the piano, and I didn't have the whole piano to play. So I draw the rest of the notes in the paper and put it the side of the piano, so I could do dun 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 dun. Because like didn't have this part of the piano.
Oh my gosh, like a riff. But everybody starts this way. My brother, I started to play piano, and then I was not training, and then my brother was liking to do the classes. Just never had a class that he was doing for himself. Then my mom said, okay, I can see you because studying, and I put your brother. And then my brother is a musician today. Yep. So it's kind of a help to him to figure out what he's going to be. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So he owns me his career. So
this is nice. But then later, I started going to Londrina for vacation and doing some festivals, music festivals. Mm-hmm. So you can have like master classes, and it's a holiday festival. You go there and you make some classes. It's really cheap, and it's like a state festival. And then I started to understand more what I was doing with the piano. And then after that, I started self-teaching me guitar, bass, and electric guitar, which I can play, but I'm not like extraordinarily good. I'm not extraordinary good instrumentist in any way. I think I can only sing really good, but piano and guitar, they are okay. Like I can play, you know, I can accompany, I can keep up with the great musicians, but I cannot stand out. I'm not virtuous, you know. So people, when people say like, oh, you play piano, people think of that Beethoven playing reading all the sheets. No, I can play, but I'm not great. I'm not excellent in it.
No, but you just need to train.
Yeah, it's like I can do whatever it takes with patience and study, like everything, you know. But I'm not like
That's fine. Honestly, that's fine. You don't need to be perfect.
Yeah.
You need to stop to say, no, she doesn't play or he doesn't play because it's not perfect. Because it's not 100%. Guys, come on. Stop it. To put so much things in your side. Let's change about the acting thing. So when did you become like, I know it's your parents again, they are actors, and then which helps you to, go through and see how is acting life and what's going through, memorize things and everything. But why did you become interested in art? Just because you're, first of all, were more actor or you were more singer?
I think I become interested in arts when I realized that I could be whoever I want and the time that I could not be myself. So I realized that I was LGBT, I was queer when I was like 11.
Wow.
Yeah. And a Madonna concert.
Which one? Is Chicken?
Is one that it happens in 2008.
Yeah, it's
in Brazil.
I think it's Chicken something tour.
Yeah.
Name? It's Chicken Sweet or something.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the concert, but my mother was working in that concert, and she took me there in the concert, and then I was like looking at Madonna, and I was like, oh my god, I've never heard Madonna before. I haven't listened to Madonna before. I was 11, and then she kissed one of the dancers that was a female dancer, and then she kissed the dancer, and I was like, and then my heart
just like
was racing, and my I start cold sweating, and I was like, dude, something is happening here. I think I'm not normal. And then everything changed for me after I saw Madonna kissing that female dancer. Everything changed, and then I realized that things were different for me. So after that, I started expressing myself in other ways. Because when you realize you're queer, but you cannot be queer, you're already acting. You already have to pretend. You already have to lie. And acting is the profession of lying, and acting is a profession of pretending. People like to glamorize like, oh, acting is such a deep thing. No. You're just really good at pretending, really good at acting. Yeah. And you have the scenic faith, which is super important. And you have to study for it and all that. But I think most of queers are artists because they have to be themselves in another way. They have to understand metaphor. So early in life, they have to understand pretending so early in life. They have to develop some skills to express themselves hidden from others.
Yeah.
And that needs a maturity early in life. And this also inspired a little bit of artistic thoughts when you're mature and also a kid. So I think that's what happened. That's what got me interested in acting, because I could be whatever I wanted.
Yes, absolutely. But it's kind of people think like actors and they're so easy to do. It's kind of for example, for myself, I'm so bad to show my emotions, like crying and things like that. I don't think so. You'd cry anytime. Just like, let's cry now. It's a cry scene. You need to be really deep crying. Cry. I'd be like, fuck off. I'm not doing. My body doesn't work this way. So I literally like wow. When people can cry anytime easily. I see some mistakes sometimes in acting things, and people cry once, twice, third time, fourth time, and get a bit amazing.
Yeah.
And then
it's something that you learn. Like that, I think there's for me that I learned 2 techniques, not to cry, but that you can put yourself out there. No, 3 actually. 1 is for you to hurt yourself. Yeah. You go there and you think about awful things and you go really deep, and I don't like that technique. there are people that do it and then they are always hurt, depressive. They let the character go inside, and it's a mess, and I don't like it, and it's not. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Good thing you're saying that, because I was watching Lázaro Ramos giving an interview to Kim PodhBe. It's another podcast. And then he's saying that he doesn't understand how the actors going so deep in the character and then push this for their life. He said this is not necessary that he said he saw so many actors getting some problems like a mental health problems because the character, and they don't gonna leave the character anymore. They be like forever in the character, and it's like. What are you doing? Like
it's not. It's like you go to you're a bodybuilder, right? You go to gym, and then you take a supino home in your arm, and you're always holding a heavy lift. Always, you're going to the bathroom. You're holding the heavy stuff in your arm. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah,
it's not good. Like, it's not good.
No.
And the second technique is really technical. It's like. You breathe in, you breathe out, you concentrate in the moment, you hear everything, you think about words. That's a technique that I learned in the movie. You think about some words, you breathe in this, and then you imagine things, right? So you shield yourself from what's happening, but doing that, you're also living in the moment, you're also present, which is the most important thing, and you're not anxious, so you're calm. You maintain yourself calm, you're present, you're paying attention, and that's already really good, especially for cameras. And the third one is that I really like, is a physical thing. Well, if I put my hand in here, and I look at you like this, and I do this with my eyebrows, I'm just doing...
You're flirting. I like it.
No,
I'm joking.
I'm just doing like actions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about anything. But if the camera is here and it's looking at me, people that are in there, they are projecting in me what they want, and I don't have to feel sad. I don't have to do anything.
You just have to.
I'm just doing this, and then I say the text, and I breathe.
Question: It's watching many kinds of TV shows, and sometimes how would be like the recording thing, because in terms of like soap opera, let's say, the guy say, "Look, you have to be evil, okay? You have to be evil." But do you know in the script how can you act before the screen? Like, for example, you have to be really angry this time. They give you some clues in the scripts or no?
They give a few.
Or on the time, like, okay, now you have to be angry because the director comes to you and says, like, hey, I was thinking, just be angry now. I'm gonna record your
that
anger
happens.
face.
Yeah, when you're rehearsing, you have the scripts. You have some freedom to put the emotions or the state of the body and mind that the character is in the moment. You have this freedom, because sometimes the person is really, really angry, right? But sometimes when you are really, really angry, you start to laugh. You're like...
Yeah, I know.
Because you're really angry, but you start to laugh. So...
all the bodies react to different...
Yeah, so like you can propose stuff, but they put the situation. The situation is this. So you as an actor, you have to read the room, right? you look like, oh, okay, this person is losing the love of her life, and she really loves him. All right, so I guess she's desperate, or I guess she's sad. Or she can be lazy because she took a frontal, you know?
Yeah.
Or I don't know, she can be drunk. I don't know. Like, there's so much going on, and you as an actor, you can propose things to the director and to the casting director, the acting director, and the writers, I don't know, and your fellow actors.
Yeah, no, because it's really crazy for me when I see that. It's like, wow, this scene's so deep, and the person like, oh my God. Like, Bye. Every time I see this, I'm like, oh damn, I would feel so shame to watch it. That's the reason I think many actors don't see the scene after when they see like it's.
Oh yeah, it's really hard.
Like, they feel like, oh, that's so awkward. That's so awkward to see me like.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I liked seeing myself in the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that.
I would like to see myself in the cinema
But
as well, Loro.
I can understand when people don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes
it's kind of too much because you watch it yourself many times.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's been a year since I did that, and sometimes it's just like, oh, okay, I'm not that person anymore. I grew so much after that. I don't know. I can understand people. Johnny Depp, I don't think that he watches himself.
No, he's amazing. I
Yeah.
love Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the movie being in Cannes Festival. How was this experience in the Cannes Festival? Because I would be so crazy. Loro has been acting, was in the movie, has been presented in the Cannes Festival this year. The movie is coming 22nd of November. They call Levante, okay?
The English name is Power Alley.
Power Alley.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, it's nothing compared to the Portuguese.
Nothing.
Guys, Levante is literally like
raising up.
Raising up, get up, or whatever. So how was to be in this movie?
It was crazy. It was crazy. The whole movie thing, it was crazy because it was 2019. I just gotten out of the college, like just graduated, and a month later, I was doing technical assistance in music and soundtrack in the play, and then after everyone got out of the play, I was like cleaning up. I was like in the theater, rolling cables and all that. And then a person comes to me. Her name is Melina. She's a casting director. And she was like, casting producer. Oh, you're tall. Are you an actor? And I'm like, yeah, I also act. And I was bald. I just cutted my hair. Oh, yes, I'm an actor. Oh, do you play volleyball? And I'm like, yes, I was captain in my team when I was younger. She was like, I'm looking for someone just like you. And then I was like, okay. And then she was like, okay, the movie talks about this girl. I'm like, oh, all right, I'll do the test. And then I did the test, and I took the part, like the main part, the girl, this main character. And I was like, dude, what? And then this was the year that I was coming to here, to 2020, the beginning of 2020.
Yeah, it was before.
And then
the
I called my before the pandemic.
Ooh.
And then I called my parents and I was like, guys, I'm not going anymore because I just got the part of a movie, right? Who does that? Who takes the main character in the movie like a month after you graduate? This doesn't happen. It's insane.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I have to stay. And then I stayed and I started rehearsing as this character. I started doing stuff like almost 3 months in, and we were gonna shoot a month after that, and then the pandemic struck. And then I couldn't either do the movie or come to Australia. So I was stuck alone in Brazil.
That's crazy.
Without job, without anything, without a house, because I didn't have a house. I was like,
just go.
And then I had to move to Londrina, my city. I knew nobody there other than my grandpa, but I couldn't be with him because it was the pandemic.
Yeah.
So I stood in a house that was kind of a republic. I don't know how to say it. Like share community, share house. That 8 people lived in there, but they were not in there anymore. So it was like this huge house. That had a lot of photos of girls that I never knew. and he was like kind of ghosty because nobody was living in the street, and I felt like I was in The Last of Us. I was like, oh my god.
Okay.
and then there was when I started doing my EP, sessões de quarantine sessions.
Yeah.
So I stayed there, and dude, pandemic in Brazil lasted 3 years. I had to stay inside the house for a year, like closed inside. And after that, I moved, and we were also had to stay inside for another 6 months, and wearing masks all the time. And then after that, 6 months later, we had to still wear masks, but we could like go out a little bit. So it was like 2 years almost closed inside the house. It was really, really rough.
I can imagine.
So my mental health was like...
I would ask you this exactly now.
It was really hard. Well, I did therapy.
Yeah.
And that's the whole time I was making therapy. But then, this is a really sad story, guys, so sorry. But then my therapist got into a car accident. And he was in coma for 6 months.
Fuck.
And after that, he woke up and he were retarded. So it was really struggling for me living in the pandemic without my parents, without knowing if I could do the movie or not. So that's where my EP, Sessões de Quarentena, got in front of the stage, because it was the only thing I had that saved me from this whole process. So this whole EP was what kept me alive. And the thought of making this movie that went to Cannes now was what kept me alive and sane in that situation, because everything fell apart. I was really lonely. I was really not in a good spot, in a good health position. So it was really complicated. And then when the movie called me back and was like, okay, we are doing this in 6 months, I was like, okay. And then I started to physically prepare myself. So in 6 months, I lost 20 kilos.
Wow.
And I was buffed. I was like really, because I was going to be a volleyball player. So that saved my life. Like the physical preparation for the movie and my EP was the only thing. I went to gym, go back home, wrote, composed, produced, mixed everything. So that was what saved my life. So art really is not therapy, but is really therapeutic.
Yeah, they keep you busy. It's like myself. Before the podcast, I was more free to thinking shit. Now I don't have time to thinking shit.
Yeah.
I'm totally busy. I know the feeling. So, but during the pandemic, I think the therapy was the high topic for everybody, because many people they kind of live in it. Some people, okay, guys, not everybody, but some people. They used to live in a house. They didn't know each other. They didn't know the partner.
Yeah.
They didn't know the parents. They didn't know the cousins. They didn't know like a brother and sister. So the pandemic helped to get to know each other, or get more into, or divorce for some of them. But in your case, it was super deep, because nobody's around, family's not around, no job, no anybody, and just you. So it's kind of, we have some wars inside of us.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to solve this for getting stronger.
I faced all my demons, and that was one thing that was really sad, was that I could spend days without talking.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I was like, oh God, I didn't talk with anybody today.
Mm-hmm.
And I can say, like, my friends helped me a lot. My family that was in Londrina, they helped me a lot.
Yeah.
But we could not see each other because I was really far away from them as well in Londrina.
And then it's kind of, I was not allowed to go out. Driving and nothing
once
like that.
a week I would have lunch with them, but I would be super like,
whoa.
I am the only person that I know that didn't caught COVID.
Wow, that's crazy. Don't go to Bali. Okay. I'll let you know that because I got there.
Yeah, it was after this whole sad story. I'm so sorry, guys. I know you didn't turn on the TV to hear that.
No, it's good to say this because people think that the lives during this situation, they're like, oh, she's, he's actor in Cannes, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, before Cannes, before I
ate
the movie.
Shit.
Yes, so it's hard to get.
I almost killed myself, but it was amazing. Yeah. Oh my God, that thought went through.
Like if I
a
finish,
lot.
a lot. Like
because I thought
this is never gonna end.
Yeah, I thought okay, the world is ending.
And then we have the other government as well, which is not buying vaccines. So you are under the situation.
Exactly, the dictatorship, Bolsonaro dictatorship in there.
And you are in the situation that's thinking like, I don't have vaccine. Everybody, all the world is buying vaccine. All the world is okay, yes, let's invest. And yeah, that's
it was like, and then the thought like my youth is running through my fingers. I was like, I was 21, and now suddenly I blinked my eyes and I'm 25.
It's crazy.
And then I was like, dude, what happened? Like, that was the golden years of this part of my life. That was like really important for me to have. And everything, well, especially in Brazil and Bolsonaro kind of ruined it for everybody. Especially people that was like in high school. They did the 10th, 11th and 12th inside home without making friends, without seeing each other. So it's really weird. But then after that, we started filming, and I got cast with another character, which was really good because I could be myself. I could explore a lot of things. And my partner in the movie was Ayomi Domenica. She's amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And the whole cast, I gained brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
And it was really worthy to wait. I was really questioning myself if it was worthy to private myself being here in Australia sooner, right, when I arrived here. But then I think about all the things that I lived and all the things that I accomplished. And, dude, it was worthy. It was worthy.
Yeah, because you became strong. So it's nothing. I think this pandemic, it taught us that shit can happen anytime. So you need to live now, in the moment. You need to do things now.
Yeah.
And I promised to myself, because I hold me back for a long time for lots of things. And I just start to see things like, yes, this is no, this is yes, this is yes, this is no. No is no, it's not no maybe. Yeah, I want to do things, I want to live things, I want to do everything in life, because suddenly can happen under pandemic, guys. This shit can happen. Every time it's getting stronger. I think we are facing a war, we are facing lots of things in the world, so it's kind of, we are privileged, still privileged to be here. But it's kind of, we need to live the moment. You need to do things that we love. But some people, they didn't learn. Stop doing things that you are just a mechanic, doing like day by day because you need to earn money. No. It's not about just money. It's just about you doing things that you love doing.
That makes you feel alive.
Yes, that's the good thing of pandemic.
And then after I recorded the movie, I went back to Londrina for just a few months, and I met a couple of people that I were already friends with. Of course, I could make some friends in Londrina, and they were like one of the biggest bands in Londrina, rock bands in Londrina, and they now are touring Europe, right? Yeah. They and their girlfriends. And when I was in Cannes, one of their girlfriends is making assistance to a brand called Silly Fashion. And she said, "Oh, can I dress you up like this luxury brand in Berlin for you to go to Cannes Festival?" And I'm like, "Of course.
Absolutely, darling.
So like even
just come over.
Yeah, even when I was in Londrina, I've made connections, like meaningful connections that I'm gonna take for life. And that was such a good.
That's fine.
That was such a good thing for me to go to London, to be in Londrina, to reconnect with my family there and make new friends. We talk like till today. They are in Europe. Like 6 friends of mine are in Europe from Brazil. Oh, 8 friends of mine are in Europe right now that I met in Londrina. And also my director in the movies in Europe. So there's a lot of good that come from that as well. Mm-hmm. And my therapist, my therapist, he woke up from the coma.
That's great.
He recovered a little bit of his movements and his voice, and he started. This is amazing. He started giving therapy again.
Wow.
He started working again, even with his limited mobility, and all that. In his head, he's perfect, but his motor skills are limited because of the accident. And then last week, he sent me an audio, and it was, guys, this is amazing. This is a really nice thing. He sent me this. This is on one of my songs from the quarantine.
Oh, he's listening all your albums.
Yeah, like he used to play guitar, and when I was composing the songs, when he was still with me, he could learn this riff of this song, and then now that he woke up and he's working again, he listens to my EP. Because it was one of the last EPs that he heard before the accident. So he still listens to it, and it makes him feel really good. And then I think, like, dude, how great is that this is an EP that saved my life, and that still helps others, and still like makes a soundtrack for difficulties that people pass in their lives as well. So,
The pandemic for you was motivating to create music?
Yeah, it was the only way. Like, it was the only way out. I did a lot of soundtracks as well. Yeah. While I worked a lot in soundtracks, because this is one of my... it was one of my main professions was to make a soundtrack for movies, documentaries, short films. Yeah.
Did you make some of the people get to know, like? Yeah,
like Silent Night from the series, the TV series, Rede Globo TV series, Assédio.
Wow, Assédio, yes.
Yeah, it was on the opening. The opening of the TV series is my voice. I'm singing, and also a soap opera. I did a song, which is "Old Death." In A Dona do Pedaço, which was a soap opera in Brazil. And also I did 2 series that I soundtracked, I scored everything in the whole series, which is called Envelhecer, em junho de 2013. That is for TV Sesc. Para TV Sesc.
Wow, that's amazing.
And also... the opening of the documentary Baby, which is from our judo champion, which is Rafael Baby.
Wow.
And the short movie called A Outra, The Other. That I did the soundtrack as well. So there's a lot of...
By the way, guys, the QR code in the screen for all the albums for Loro from Spotify. Okay, I will put here for you guys. Look, I listen all your songs. Okay, I was addicted for some of your songs. I love it. When I'm really stressful, I kind of put your songs to push me a little bit and calm.
Yeah.
You know, I like your voice. It's a beautiful voice, guys. You need to listen it.
Thank you so much.
Yes, it's motivating. It's great. One of your songs, I want to ask you something. Hold on. Okay. Cirurgia. Surgery.
Yeah.
Yes. This is a sorry to say that, but this is a so deep song. I was listening this. How do you create this song?
Well, it was one of my first. I was 16.
Maybe that the reason, all the teenager thing, you know, you coming up and you all the mindset and okay, makes so much sense for me now.
I was 16. I was just I just had the breakup of my first relationship, first with the lady, and it was so intense because growing up, I thought I was going to die alone because I didn't know anyone that was queer around me.
Oh.
So while I knew that I was queer, everyone else knew that I was queer, but I didn't know any queer people around me.
Yeah, because it's hard to coming up in Brazil. That's you need to understand, guys. It's the country that more kills people, LGBT plus in our worldwide. But in the other way, it's a freedom country. So it's half. It's kind of everybody goes in the street. Foreigners go on a country, they say, I want to live here in Brazil because it's very funny. The pan is amazing. The people, the chemistry. But to live it the way you are, the way you're born this way, that because you're not orientated to be gay or lesbian or binary under the community. You're born this way. It's like you. It's not, you are this way. That's people don't understand. That it's still facing the old-fashioned thoughts. They say, we are orientated, your condition. It's not condition. No, it's condition.
It's not a choice.
Not a choice. Yes. Sorry, guys. I lost myself. Sometimes in English, I was like, I get that. But it's kind of this, you know. It's so hard to still answer some old-fashioned questions. Just, guys, come on, you know, again. Then okay, let's have a sit. Okay, let's talk about this. Do you feel a little bit like tired to explain people something about yourself, and every time you say, guys, come on, you are not just this, you're not just because I wanted to dress the way I want to dress. It's okay, dress for the way you dress because you have your own choice to be you. But do you feel a little bit tired to explain every time things and then...
I feel a lot, especially because I am not a communicator. You know, like I'm not a teacher. There are so many people in internet, YouTube, giving free classes. They are way better at me in explaining things. So when people say, "Oh, teach me this, teach me that," dude, I'm not teaching you anything. You really wanna know, you really wanna learn, then don't be lazy. Go into the internet, YouTube videos, and then learn it. You learn how to speak a whole nother language, you know, a whole nother language. What is the problem of learning 3 words, you know, like the neutral words that we use? And I don't know, just learn. Just go there and learn. You learn how to do anything in the internet nowadays. So there's no excuse. There's no like, oh, I don't know how to say this is too difficult for me. Dude, it's not. It's not. Just learn. Just go out there and look it up, you know? It's out there. There are so many people in a lot of different languages that you can learn. So there's no excuse nowadays. And I'm not going to be the one. I'm not a teacher. Of course, we can talk and I can explain a little bit of doubts that you have. But the gross part is something that you can do. You have to do it by yourself.
Yeah, of course. Guys, come on. There is some ways to approach people as well.
Yeah.
You know, you have to be aware. And there are laws, guys, as well. If you feel like jeopardize people and taking, bullying people, there are laws to defend us. Thank God.
But yeah, this song, the sorry that I was, my nickname is Loro, so
Okay.
I speak a lot. I'm so sorry.
No, you have to. Your podcast is about you, not about me.
But yeah, the song Surgery was that I was so intense and I was so eager to keep this person in mind. I did 3 songs for the same person, and they are all so deep. And this is the last one of the trilogy. And the 2 first ones I didn't release it yet, but I will. Everything has its own time. And the Surgery one, it's like you are in the surgery table. It's like when you're in a relationship that is not good for you, but you don't know it yet. So you're sleeping with
It's like catheter, like a tube.
anesthesia.
Morphine. It's like anesthesia.
Yeah, you're like sleeping with morphine, and then gradually you started waking up. And then you see the cuts in yourself. Yeah. And you go like, all of this is happening to me. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then you realize what the damage that this relationship done to you, physically, mentally, and all that, emotionally. So it's like when you're in the surgery table and you wake up in the middle of the surgery and you see yourself ripped apart. That's why the song is called Surgery, and that's why I scream ay 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 in the end, because it's like you're waking up and start to feeling the pain, but now you're free.
Yes. No, it's very deep song. I like it because it took me in different ways. Like, you're not living your life. You take people taking you for outside. They take you for their lives, and you just waking up, wash your face, brush your teeth, and go. Not thinking like, hey, hold on, need to watch me there. What's the haircut? I don't like this. Let me.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it is. I was thinking I was thinking many situations in people's life. Well, that's really tricking me up.
That's the beauty of art.
Yes, that's it. And talking about art again, let's talk about the movie. You being what's the name again?
Power Alley.
Power Alley, yes. The Power Alley, when it's going to move, they're going to move your 22nd, of course, in November. So you'll be showing up here in Australia or just in Brazil or French?
I still don't know. In France, it's
in France.
Certain.
Oh, France, sorry.
In France, it's certain that it's going to launch there. In Brazil, I think it's going to launch. I don't know if worldwide. I'm still not sure what's gonna happen. Like, I don't have this kind of insight.
I kept an eye on the Instagram of the movie. They're not showing yet. They kind of they show like okay guys, it's some of the movies is coming up for. Yeah, Brazil, yes, it's going up.
Yeah,
Brazil.
there's a couple of festivals in Brazil that we still have to go through to make a run. So. Maybe who knows? I think I'm fighting here to make the Revelation Film Festival buy our movie. So I'm in contact with Suzanne, which is a producer of the Revelation Film Festival, and I'm like trying to sell the movie here. Yeah. So we can come to Perth, at least to Perth next year.
Yes, Perth is really open. Like an open place to get some international movies. Here in our suburb, really close to our suburb, in Leaderville, they have 2 cinemas there they call Moonlight. Yeah, they have worldwide and festivals around there. Sometimes they have Spanish movies, just like 2 weeks of Spanish movies. Yeah. I see some premieres from there. So it's amazing. It'll be amazing to have it in Perth, mainly if you be like in Frio, because I think Frio is have so much magic if you're around. Yeah,
I went to the opening of the Revelation Film Festival there in Luna.
In Luna.
Yeah, it was really nice. Well, I think we're gonna. It's my dream, but I think we're gonna see the movie in the big screen in there.
Universe, answers that, please. Question, it's just by curiosity. How was Cannes in terms of celebrities? Like, you have so much people around there, like you get famous people. You even have people that you never seen in your life.
Yeah.
And some people that, of course, you love, you inspire you to be yourself. How would it feel like to get to know people around there that you never planned to see face to face?
Well, I think that the big celebrities, they are really hidden in there. The private parties, private this, private that, jets and ships and all that. So you don't get in contact with them this much.
You have a security as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of glamour.
Yeah.
I made friends with John Cameron Mitchell, which is a big actor, musical actor, queer actor.
Yeah.
He's the captain of the jury of queer Palm, which the movie was nominated to. So I went there, and we had a conversation. He's adorable. He's just adorable. And then I talked to him in Instagram afterwards, and he replied like, "No, that's hi. How are you?" So he's such a big actor and so relevant in the community as well. And I don't know. I was really the John Cameron Mitchell was like the person that I could say that I'm really glad that I knew. Face to face, hugged and all that. He gave me his lighter.
Wow! Yeah, you have a gift, a special gift.
Yeah, I was like, so I cook with his lighter. Which is really good.
You show him, hey, how are you today? It's crazy when you get to know one of your favorite celebrities. And, and you be like, they are very grounded. It's not like
Yeah, and he knows how to speak Portuguese a little bit because he loves singing in Portuguese. Really? So he started singing in Portuguese with us. Like,
no, Portuguese is a beautiful language.
Yeah,
it
was really nice.
Language.
It was really nice.
I'm so proud.
So yeah, it's really glamorous. I was in the...
I saw pictures.
I was like in the last apartment. So I had the view of the whole the whole cane.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Of course, we suffered a little bit. I have friends there that suffered racism, which is normal, right? In there, especially in there.
But it's so complicated because I see France is a multicultural place, and I see lots like different culture, language, and mainly like black people in France. I never been in France, but every time I see a movie in France, majority of people in the movie, they are black. It's some of them they are white, but it's like when you say racist, is about the culture or about the race is about
the color.
The color.
Because in Cairns it's not only French people that are in there.
Yeah.
So it's the whole world that is in there in this country. So like we would pass by together, and then people will often ask my friend where where things are. Oh, do you know where this is and this and that? And she's like, no, I don't work here. Because they thought she was working in there.
And the funny thing is, she's dressed up like a going into the event, not going to the. She was working.
Yeah, and like you go like, dude, seriously. And then the director would scream like, no, she's actually one of the celebrities in the movie. She's starring in the movie, and people were like, "Oh no, okay, sorry."
Okay, fuck off.
Yeah, and then that happened more than once. And then other things like people looking down on us because it's like 9 people, 3 of them are trans, 8 of them are not white, 7 of them are not white, and they are fat people. They are super tall people. They are, I don't know, man. A lot of bodies, different type of, and we are loud. we are so expensive, and we're like, oh, what is this? What is that? Oh, is that?
Yeah, because it's a new thing.
It's a new thing, and then people will be like,
what's happening?
And then we were like,
I don't care.
Well, you have to. We have the same right now that you have, so you have to swallow us.
Yes, of course. And yeah, that's a good thing. It's one of the experience I would like to go in my life one day in the Cannes Festival. Just in terms
it's
of
really good.
The atmosphere and see the movies,
I
the
met
premiere.
I met the most amazing people in there. Like, I think the place is a lot glamorous, less fun. It's not good. It's not a fun place to be because you're always working. It seems like you're having a good time, but you're working, and people are kind of rich, like really, really rich.
Yeah.
And it's not my thing.
Yeah, the hotels around,
everything is like, everyone is posing, and you're like, oh, dude, this is not really comfy. But then you meet people that are feeling exactly like you are.
Yeah.
And then they are also there to work, to like Brazilians or people from another country. They are like really fighting for the movie, like just like you are. And that is what makes Cannes Festival the most worthy for me. Like it's really the ability for you to make contact and show yourself up there. And of course, taking really good pictures.
Yeah, please. Yeah, you wouldn't be Cannes every day.
And so it's beautiful. The French Riviera is beautiful.
Yeah, that's very rich.
Dude, it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. The beaches, oh my God, the beaches there is amazing.
Well done. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
And please let us know when the movie is coming up and announce here in PodhBe. Everybody be watching out.
Of course.
And let's talk about the Latin Pride. Yay! So, guys, 10th of September now, on Sunday. So, it happened here in Santos Pecadores, the Latin Pride. Yes, so PodhBe will be there, interview you guys. Will be coming, take pictures, and, sharing the good moments with us. But I would like to know who have this amazing idea to have this. Like, it's your mom, it's like a producer in a Bamboo Productions, but it's literally Bamboo Production is very welcoming environment. So they have a lot of the parties in Brazil and here in Australia, but for Brazilians, all people around, but show our culture, and we see everybody. So that is not just like, it's just for straight. It's for everybody at the parties, but this is a specific for our community. So who gave you this idea? Who did you give you this idea?
Well, I had this idea.
Yeah.
Because, I went to parties here where we have like 3 venues that you can go.
3 venues, guys. Yeah, I know.
Like 3 venues that you can go. They are queer here. And all of them have the same songs playing over and over again. The same people, the same white people. And, it's fun. It's cool. It's all right. But I was like, dude, I want to hear Gloria Groovy, I want to hear Pablo Vittar. Why these guys doesn't know this kind of people? Like, how do they not know the singers? And I wonder, I was like, I'm Brazilian, but there are not also like Latin rhythms in here as well. Like, I can hear a little bit of reggaeton sometimes, and really popular, like really, really, really pop reggaetons. And then I was like, I want to meet new queer people. They are hidden, that doesn't go out as much. They are not out of the closet, or that they don't like these venues in particularly because it's really crowded, right? Or that doesn't like the music, don't feel comfortable, or doesn't know how to speak English properly and cannot flirt, cannot, go there. And I was like, I want to make a party so I can make friends. Exactly. I want to make a party so I can listen to the songs. And then I was thinking that if I feel like this and I'm here for 5 months, imagine people that are here for 5 years.
Yeah.
For 10 years.
They get to know each other, It's it's very like you feel like home.
So I was like, we have this company here that my mom owns, and she's also wanting to make new things, new parties, new events. So I gave her this idea. I was like, let's. And my mom always was welcoming to LGBT at home. My grandmother was always welcoming to LGBT at home. So we decided to team up and make a party that would really make you feel home.
Is something in, sorry to interrupt you, is this something the cable is coming up for this thing? Yeah, so just could you, yeah, so it's coming, I listen here.
Okay.
Guys, this is a podcast, you listen everything. That's like, yeah, now it's much better.
Okay.
Yeah, just the cable can't be touching. Oh, good,
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, so you were saying, yeah, that's a good idea.
So.
Okay, so she gonna show
This.
something?
I made me and my girlfriend. We call each other non-friends.
No friend.
Non-friends because we're both non-binary. They go by they, she, and I go by they, he. And they made this poster with me. And this is yours.
And this is mine.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
While you look at it, I'm gonna show this big boy. Look at this, guys.
Wow, that's nice. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, unique. That's beautiful. This is I will show guys here in PodhBe. I will put the QR code on the screen. You can show here for the tickets. Yeah, guys, you can't miss this out. That's beautiful. You can't miss this out. It's very colorful, I like it. And you can't miss this out. The party is not just about celebration. It's just about to get to know people. I guess, you know, like you have a lot, of course, Latin music. You have a lot of things happening there. But in terms of get connected, you don't see people often get connected under their nationalities. That is a beautiful place to go and get connected for new people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then people that you never imagined to connect because they don't feel connected.
Yeah. And already we have people that are not used to get out, that they really want to go because it's not only a party. But I curated some videos and documentaries and short movies. So it's going to have like a kind of a film exhibition in there. And also, it's going to be a white suit in the mannequin that you can paint yourself. Like, you can paint whatever you want in the suit with the rainbow colors. And also a photo exhibition of my friend in Brazil. It's really nice. She's making a parody of Bolsonaro's pictures, but she is the queer dictatorship.
Yeah.
So she got some manchete, some headlines in the newspaper. It's like, our captain posing proudly in front of her flag. And then she did the same thing, but it's the LGBT flag behind of her, and she's like this with a presidential flag and a Latin flag, like a thing here, and she's like, huh. And then she makes that with a lot of other pictures, and I found that really nice. Really nice.
It's hard, guys, when you are there, just for you to understand, it's really hard for us when the main CEO, you can say that, you are in a factory. Let's think about it. The country is a business, or it's a company. And your manager is your main enemy.
Your manager wants to kill you.
Yeah, they don't care about you. They think you are silly. They think this is not for you. This is not worth it. So it's kind of a political. Yeah, it is political. It's because the person that's supposed to be like our allies, it doesn't be like you don't need to be like 100% every time talking, but when you open your mouth, please say good things. That's all.
And then
that's a minimum.
Portuguese and Spanish are sister languages.
Yeah.
They are different, but they are similar as well.
Yes, correct.
And we are neighbors. We are hermanos. So we thought about pairing up with Santos y Pecadores venue to open in a Sunday, to have this warming reception. And so if you're not interested in clubbing, partying, dancing, come early and to see the art exhibition, to know each other's. We're gonna also have 2 tables selling products, which is these earrings, for example.
Oh, look.
Which is the store Stop Being Boring. As an Australian store here, a queer store that has a beautiful story.
It's really close to my place here in Mainland.
Has a beautiful story that I'm gonna tell in the post, in the Instagram post. So stay tuned in the Bamboo Productions AU in Instagram, because I'm telling the stories of all the people that are participating, and PodhBe is gonna be there as well.
Yes.
So we're gonna have earrings, we're gonna have artistic things being sold there, and we're gonna have a dance performance of La Vibra, which is a dance school, a Latin dance school. These girls here, and we also gonna have DJ Yannick.
Yes.
He's from he's from Mauritius Island in Africa, but he is a specialist in Latin rhythms, right? So he's also a dancer. He's also a dancer, man. He's so, oh my god, he is my crush. He's amazing. He's so cute. He's so talented, and he's so respectful. Because I made a playlist of songs that are trending in Brazil and Colombia, Bolivia. That I made a inquiry with my friends to know what kind of songs they're listening to. And I made a huge playlist for him. And he listened to everything. He was like, oh, okay, let's go, let's see. And then he's super open, super humble. I loved it so much. So, yeah. Kisses to Yannick.
Yeah, and look, we are sharing in our communities, and all the Latinos communities I've been posting my personal community. I'm sharing on WhatsApp for my friends. Some people, they as you said, they're not going out often, but I'll be there. It's like, I'll be there, for 1 hour, 2 hours, to be there to see what's going on. Guys, keep an eye. I think it's good things, new things coming up to Perth. Perth is 2 million people around here. It's going up. It's going booming. And everybody knows Australia is a multicultural place. So it's amazing to get to know a new culture. Maybe there you can find your prince or princess. You never know,
Or your best friend.
Exactly. It's beautiful when you meet people. You see I met some new friends. Nothing like crush, nothing, but it's a new friend. You have a good chemistry together, and you'll be there, shining a day or evening. That's a good thing.
Especially Australians, if you are listening to it, you're going to have a unique opportunity to feel like what we feel like when we enter in a gay venue in here with all the English songs. You're gonna be like you're going to a venue in Latin America, which is really nice. You don't even have to leave your country to have this in your hands. So it's such a good opportunity for you to really get into another atmosphere if you're feeling like it. It's really nice. I think it's gonna be really enjoyable for everyone.
Yes, and then that's I said, and then Loro said. It's not just a party. It's just like a exhibition. Can be like an artist. Can be a venue for you see another venues to sell things on the art. So it be like a engagement for our community, for everybody get to know each other.
Yeah.
Which is. Look, this is the flag for rainbow. It's not just about to be just a party. It has to be political as well. It has to be show ourselves and say, hey, I'm here for you. You are here for me. We are brothers and sisters, and you are here for that.
If we want, I learned that with a friend, my best friend, Martin. He always says, if you want to change the world, you have to first change your micro space, right? You have to engage in your neighborhood. You have to engage in your house. You have to engage in your city, in your country, and then in the world. And this mini revolutions, these small things that you do in your life, they really help the energy to flow, the energy to move around you, and the small changes happen. So it's like every hurricane starts with a blow, right? So this kind of stuff is just a blow. It's like, it's just like this. But the movement that it goes after when everyone comes together is so much bigger. So we need you guys to be there to make a hurricane happen.
Absolutely, guys. Nobody does anything alone. Okay, you need you there. Let's go for the questions. Yeah, guys, sorry. Well, people saying when it's coming up in the new song, you're releasing something new?
Yeah, there are 2 songs that I'm releasing.
Yeah.
One is called one is called The First.
The First.
And the other one is called The Other.
The Other. Yeah, I think it's very deep, Loro. As I listen to your songs, it must be very deep.
So it's The First and The Other. They are
like a soap opera song.
2 songs that I made for a short movie.
Yeah.
And this song was nominated in the Russian festival as best soundtrack.
That's intriguing. In Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really particular.
Yeah, no, guys, I'm very curious to listen to this song.
Yeah, and so is one song. They are twins. There are songs that they are twins. So is The First and The Other. One is in English and is more dark.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is almost the same song, but in Portuguese and is more light. So they are 2 faces of the same coin. And that's all I can say. And I'm gonna be releasing it probably in October, so soon.
And what about the riffing? You be like electro dance, you be some funk music.
This is more electric.
Electric is for dancing. Hey,
it's for dancing.
I like it.
It's really dark electric stuff. Like you would hear it in Halloween.
Well, I'm following Loro and Spotify. So as soon as it's coming up, guys, I show you in the stories. Question, Regina, asking you when you come from this, where it come from Loro Bardot? Is this a real name or is a artist name?
Okay, so I can, as you can all see, I talk a lot.
Yeah,
I'm a good talker. And when I was a child, it was worse. It was really worse. I didn't speak till I was 3 years old. Mm-hmm. 3 years old. And then when I started speaking, it was like hell for my mother because I would not stop speaking. And my mother would like, shut up, you're an annoying bird. Yeah. You're like Loro, the annoying bird. Because Loro is like papagali, like a parrot.
Yeah.
That talks a lot and keeps repeating the same thing. Yeah. So I would be like that, and then it became my artistic name and now my social name.
Yeah.
So Loro comes from there, and Bardot comes from my dog.
Bardot.
Yeah, because my dog was called
Bridget
Bardot.
Ah, really?
Yeah, my dog called Bridget Bardot, and she was like my sister because I don't have any siblings.
Oh.
So she lived for 17 years. And when I caught her, I was 2.
Wow.
And when I said goodbye, I was 19.
That's crazy. So in the middle of the pandemic.
I was 19. Yeah. The pandemic was 2020. Like I was 19 when it was 2017.
Ah, okay, cool.
So my parents were leaving Australia from Australia, and then she died, and then I was like, you know what? You were so important for me. Like she was there when I was crying. She was there through everything. When I first started speaking, when I first started walking, when I was first playing the piano, when I was first speaking my first words in English, when I was like everything, she was there. And then she died when my world was changing, right? So I thought it was the end of a cycle, yeah. So like I was saying goodbye to my childhood. So I caught the Bardot, and then to honor her. So yeah, Loro Bardot comes from there.
Monica is saying, where can we see the movie? The Levante, but you said that it's coming up in November, but you don't know yet. So you put here in the PodhBe, guys, as soon as we know. We sure keep an eye.
The movies has to go into festivals first, before going worldwide. If they want to, of course, because there are some movies that they're not festival-like, but this movie is a festival it's a cult movie, like a festival, so it's gonna have to go to festivals to win awards and all that. It's important for the cast and crew.
Beautiful. Laura saying, any plans to play in Australia?
Yeah, I do actually.
Really? Do you want to share something?
Yeah. So Father's Day is in September, and me and my father, we are planning stuff because my father is also a singer, right? Because I said. So we are gonna make a concert called My Father and I, or My Dad and I. We're still thinking about it, workshopping it. But yeah, I'm gonna play with my father. We're gonna sing in the Father's Day special.
Wow,
it's gonna be really nice.
Deep.
And
beautiful.
In September.
Yeah, September. Oh, yeah, it's in August, guys. It's September. It's good. Yeah, it's beautiful. All right. Okay. Let's go to the call bate-bola. I don't know how to say this in English, bate-bola. It's like a quiz. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years. Let's talk about 5 years. Not get excited, not get anxious.
30.
Don't have any problem.
I'm going to be 30.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope to have a house.
House?
Yeah. Now, I think this is the first thing because I struggled a lot and I still struggle a lot without having a house, of our own. Me and my family, we never bought a house.
Yeah.
So we're never being able to buy a house. So I hope that I can make this dream come true for my family and buy a house, a little house. So this is something, a personal level. I think maybe entering the key to my apartment or my house here in Australia.
Will be.
And the professional level, well, I hope I can tour. I can make like a little tour,
Where, Australia?
Yeah, in Australia. No, in Australia or in Europe, in the continent.
Yeah.
Or in Brazil, like to make a tour, my first tour.
Yeah.
I hope with 30, or I already did, or I will be doing my first tour.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna get it. And hold on. A dream that you'd like to come through. Not about a house, not just about your word to another dream, for example.
For myself?
Yeah, yourself. Yeah, yourself. Just you.
Myself.
You, and you.
Okay. Well, I have a dream to live from my art every day from the rest of my life. Like, I want to be 80, 90 and still doing my art. Like, I want to have this privilege to only live of my art. That's it. That's my only dream.
Wow. That's deep. It's good pumps. Yeah. I think you're going to get it. I'm sure. And we go into the really Brazilian way, gay slang. They say war. Like, war for you don't know. War. It's kind of some bad things. They say, this is war. Like, that's horrible. Yeah. So, which moment you think nowadays you're facing that is a war moment that you'd like to change? It can be worthwhile, it can be your life, it can be some behavior.
Well, I think I'm in a position that I'm too rational because well, I had to survive, right?
Yeah, of course.
So I have like when you were in the war, you're really rational. And well, for me, COVID in Brazil was a war.
Yeah.
So I had to be like really careful and really precise in everything that I did. Really like, I still feel like I am like a scary dog or a scared cat, like I am like this. So this is one thing that is war for me, like this trauma that I need to I think in this party it's gonna be like a really clicking moment for me, like to my body to understand that I'm safe.
Yes.
That I can relax, that I can breathe, that I can be creative again, that I can compose again. Like because all of that stress, all of this like changing
crazy.
Country, changing the continent is
Culture.
like changing culture. Everything is I'm like like this every time. So this is a war thing that is happening that I need to relax. Like
even because your partner, she's from Australia. So don't you think like it's like you get more into the community and the culture?
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes something bad happens in Australia. Mm-hmm. Like the first time that I really went out to clubbing, I suffered homophobia.
Oh.
Yeah, some people put broken glasses in my pocket, and in my coat.
What happened is?
It was hidden. It was like a hidden place that you knock on the door, and you have to. It's a whole thing. It's like if it was a tavern, ancient tavern, something like that.
I heard this barn. It's like you have a code on the website.
Yeah, you have a code, and you don't get
So
this
what's
place.
the code? You say abracadabra, and then they open the door. Yeah.
So I suffered in there, and then I was like really angry, and I discounted on her.
Oh.
Because like she's Australian and she's
Your people.
so yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, you. But then she was like, dude, I'm not your enemy. Calm down. So I'm really, like really scared all the time. Really, I have to defend myself. And now she is like, she's like, oh,
what's
you're
your
so
star sign
good.
again?
Aries.
That's the reason you won a war. That's the reason. And she's Gemini?
She's Cancer.
Yeah, she's the mother. Yeah, that's the reason. Look, Cancer people, Cancerians, they are really amazing people.
Yeah,
they make you feel comfortable.
Dana is amazing. Dana is amazing. Every day, I'm making myself worthy of her.
Oh, guys, that's beautiful. I wish to one day meet someone like that again. I met him before, but anyways, Loro. Thank you so much to come here in PodhBe. You're so excited to the Latin Pride, of course. You be there. Guys, the QR code on the screen for the Loro songs. Please listen up. If you don't understand, there are some lyrics in Spotify, okay? So that is no excuse. You listen music worldwide. Why don't you listen to some Portuguese? It's very beautiful songs. There are some songs in English as well.
There are some songs that are instrumental.
Yes, exactly. So if you want to just relax, have some
wine.
It's
a really pansexual genre.
Yes, exactly. So adaptive, so very flexible. And of course, the QR code for the Latin Pride here in PodhBe. So just contact us. If you have any question, just call me and, things. And for Loro as well. So that is her Instagram as well here in the screen. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It was
amazing.
And
guys, thank you. And see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.